Damn. Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah. Uh.
Hello, hello, hello. Long time no see, everybody. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome to It's Just Me, Shauna D. Hopefully, everybody, I find you guys all well and in your respective places. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Way too long. Way too long. We've been away, and let me tell you, life is life and life happens, but all is well. I miss you guys so very much. I just want to come to you real briefly saying that we will come back. We'll go back to having our love chats with you, number one and only, my little heartthrob hunk of love, getting down with Stephen D. We'll have some love chats with you here upcoming. We haven't forgotten about you, but things are going on, launching some things, rebranding. Just happy to be here in the land of the living. I know a lot's going on in the world, but we'll talk about that as well. But I also want to share with you, we'll move over to matters of the heart when we talk about those things. A little more personal space. It will be in our little corner of the YouTube street. So that's more intimate setting. So just keep that in mind. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to Matters of the Heart as well. We'll be bringing things over there to discuss. But anyway, how are you guys? Hopefully all is well. Just to share with you, going on a little bit of a journey that I'm going to take you on. I will be coming off camera when I share with you what we're doing here in the near future, what I'm doing now. We started this, um, I actually got on the GLP-1 bandwagon. Started this, I'm just kind of like coming in hot, right? And I will share with you, I just wanted to see how things would go the first couple months. And then I want to share with you ups and downs, the reasons why. You know, is it a fit for everybody? No, it's not a fit for everybody. I'm at the stage in life where we call that lovely M word, menopause, and she's not always so nice to us ladies. But I wanted to see how well I would do, independent of um, using any type of support, with diet and exercise and just movement, getting my body, taking care of my temple. And I just wanted to see how things would go. And so I went a whole year before I even, decided to elect for the GLP-1 medicine. Um, am I making it known to everybody? Yes, because I have nothing to hide. Um, am I cheating? No. I did a whole year of diet and exercise, changed my eating, low carbs, kind of keto, little lazy keto here and there, but nonetheless, I did that for a whole year just to see how well I would do. And I played with about 15 pounds that whole year, up and down, stalling or whatever, got my body moving, doing things to incorporate a better lifestyle. I hope to have more years in front of me as well as I have behind me. 70s baby here, so Anywho, so I decided after a year of doing it on my own, plus the stage that I was in, um, did I need additional support? So the practitioner's like, hey, let's try this. And I was like, well, I kind of was fearful at first and, saying like, is this going to be good for me? And was the reaction? What are the side effects? You hear some of the horror stories of the side effects. For one, I'll just share this. I was always one that does not have a great appetite. I may be a plus size girl, but I don't have a plus size person's appetite. So having the food noise wasn't my issue. My issue was not eating enough or not taking in a lot of enough proteins in a day. Mindful of what I ate, but not getting a lot of protein. And so this, when I started, forced me to count my calories and protein, and it forced me to, not forced, but kind of made me more aware of, what I was consuming, when I was consuming, how I was consuming. So I always remember to pull the protein and everything. But like I said, quieting the food noise, I never really had food noise. So any type of appetite suppressant or anything, it was just null for me because I don't have a big appetite to begin with. But because of that, it caused elevated blood sugar. So then I was insulin resistant, which slows down weight loss, as we all know. Um, so anywho, fast forward the year later, I decided, me and the practitioner and I was like, she said, hey, let's try this. You've done everything else. You're moving, you're exercising. It's just not coming off, as fast. So shortly after the new year, I started a GLP-1. I'll share with you later which one it was. And so far, no side effects, no issues. The biggest thing is, to stay hydrated. That's one thing I noticed. Incorporate with the same movement, same diet, same exercise, and adding a little more weight resistance. At my age, you need to do like Tai Chi, things to make you more limber, more flexible. So, like I said, I started that shortly after the new year, and the first month I saw great results. I lost about 9 pounds the first month. I went through month two, and it was a little bit of a stall. I changed the dose that was decided to change the dosage, and I noticed there's a little bit of stall. And it wasn't that I wasn't eating right. It wasn't that, I might have gained a half a pound and then lose that half a pound or a pound, but then I stayed the same. Regardless of what I ate, I stayed the same for about maybe 2-3 weeks. And maybe 2 weeks, I'll say 2 weeks. And then I started to see the cascade down again. So I've gone through 2 full months of this particular drug product. And so far, I'm down approximately 16 pounds in 2 months, which is good. That's an average of 2 pounds per week. Um, and I'll give you starting weight and all that kind of stuff as I get more comfortable. Because there are some people on some DEMON time on here, and which I don't really care. That's let them motivate you. You don't know my story. Um, Nonetheless, I noticed that in those last couple weeks, that cascade, that started to pick back up. What I noticed as far as, for us ladies that are in menopause, I noticed that it changed me as far as hormones go. I noticed wasn't as sharp, so to speak. I wasn't as abrasive, so to speak. I noticed that it kind of like mellowed me out, so that was a benefit to me as well, knowing that that was helping with the mood indifferences. And I even asked my husband, I said, hey, you notice anything different? And usually he's he's a gentle giant. And he's like, well, I do. But can I say it? I was like, I'm asking, go ahead and say it. He goes, you seem more like yourself. So I knew then, I'm like, okay, this is working. I noticed the more like I want to call it behavioral. That's such a strong word, but I noticed a little bit difference in my mood. I'll put it that way. But anyway, so I am going to take you along the journey. That was a little bit snippet of the first 2 months. I'm going into um, my third month now, still on the same dose. After the tartrate up, I'm not changing anything because I'm starting to see the cascade again. So about 16 pounds in the last 8 weeks. This is week 9. Looking forward to the journey, and I wish it had been a little more, which if I hadn't had the stall, I probably would have had more loss, maybe about 20, 25. But with that being said, I figured out what things were working. I wasn't getting enough protein. I love a good salad. I love a good colorful salad. But if I don't have those proteins, and if we don't have those proteins, enough protein in a day, it's not going to do us any good to eat the salad. So you always have to remember to, if you're pulling something, pull that protein with it. But I will share this journey with you. There's more to come. I'll show you snippets of, things that we prepare, things we're making. We're going to go back to love chats. So you guys can join us there. We will come back on our weekends with those love chats with you guys, expressing things that couples go through, married life goes through. And remember to date. Always remember to date. I know I'm a little bit everywhere today. I just want to come back and say, hey, where have I been? I miss you guys. But we're coming back, and we're coming back strong. So with that being said, I hope I told you I was going to be here long. I just want to share with you. And I'm looking forward to finding my village, finding my tribe. Subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. You're going to have a good time. There's space for everyone here. It's a safe space. This is not a space for ridicule, judgment, or anything like that. It's a safe space. Let's find our communities within. All right, guys, I hope you all are blessed. Have a wonderful day. And let me tell you, I like one of my favorite content creators. If you're going to vibe high. So nothing sticks to you, the kind of stuff that sticks. Vibe high, always positive affirmations to yourself. Stay positive and bless somebody when you can. Life is life, and for a lot of people. So just bless somebody, even just a kind word or gesture. It goes a long way. With that being said, love you guys. And until next time, have a good one.